Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So welcome back to also me trying to catch up with things that happened at the weekend while I had a mini break from Eurovision. So Saturday night, Eesti Laul happened, Estonia's national finals. So they have now picked their song for Eurovision 2025 and they have gone for the bookies' odds favourite, right? Tommy Cash. So this is someone who apparently is a huge name in Estonia, so familiarised myself somewhat with Tommy Cash when I reacted to all of the 16 songs in Eesti Laul, was it, when I ranked them. So I do know the links between him and Karita. I do know the fact that his song is co-written or written by someone behind Karita's universe? Eurovision song, sorry, tired. So yes, I mean, when I listened to it, I think I ranked it fourth. I believe I ranked it fourth. It was a catchy number. It was a catchy number. There were others that I preferred. So I think, yeah, Ant was my first. Ant was my second. Ant was my first. Elysa was my second. And then Janek was my third. Yes, those are my kind of stronghold top three. And then, yeah, Tommy Cash in fourth. But I do recall somewhat over the weekend, despite me trying to kind of separate myself a little bit from Eurovision, I was still somewhat engaging with elements of social media. So leading up to Eesti Laul, the general feeling was Tommy Cash, with the name that Tommy Cash was bringing, potentially the popularity in Estonia, it was kind of a shoo-in. It was kind of the fact that, and as Eurovision fans, you know, national finals, we like them to be competitive. And so I did see people trying to put things out into the universe, maybe try and make Eesti Laul a little bit more competitive, or potentially try and put things out into the universe to ensure maybe Tommy Cash didn't win, because I'm under the impression, on my personal taste, I thought there were better options for Estonia, ones that I personally, you know, connect with better, but I was not surprised to see over the weekend that Tommy Cash had won. So I need to check out the results first. I still don't necessarily know how everything went down on Saturday night. I just know that Tommy Cash won. So let's do that first. Okay, so what we've got here is the results. So international jury first. Okay, I wasn't necessarily expecting Tommy Cash to win the jury. Was I expecting that? I'm not sure. But nonetheless, Tommy Cash has. An-Marlen, that was a name that in the comments, people particularly in Estonia, evidently she's got some fan base in Estonia, because when I didn't rank An-Marlen in my top 10, there were people kind of questioning the rationale behind that. But there did seem to be, in small pockets of the Eurovision fandom outside of Estonia, some love for that song. So I'm quite curious to check out how that one went down live. Glad to see that Janek got some love. And in sixth. So the one thing that I knew would happen is he would deliver a live vocal, coming from his background and the limited knowledge that I have of Ant and his link to... He won a reality singing contest, right? Can't remember. Okay, Andrei and Karita, that was the doof, doof, doof song that I didn't mind. It was in my top 10, kind of saw the potential that it had for Eurovision. And Feeling was that kind of pop rock song, right? Elysa in 8th, Some Love, Minimal Wind. I just thought that was jury bait, coming 9th. Apparently the international juries, don't want to give any love to Eurovision goddesses like Anna. Fine. And then the televote. Televote's not here. Odd. Okay, so we're switching now to Wikipedia. Blogs to Wikipedia. So the televote, okay, Tommy Cash significantly gets higher. Like, it's not even close, right? And then Andrei and Karita, okay, there did seem to be some like for that song. So Ant got more televotes than An-Marlen. But An-Marlen got higher in the international jury. Okay, that was confusing. So after the first round, before the super final, Ant was third. That's good to know, because it was my favourite. How did Elysa do? Not too bad. So what's the results overall? Okay, so Janek came fourth, happy with that. Ant came fifth, happy with that. Feeling was 6th. She was my 5th favourite. Elysa, I love that song. I really love that song. I wasn't expecting it to win. People in Estonia were trying to calm me down a little bit, being like, we know how this is going down in Estonia. That's not winning. And I was like, okay. But, okay, so these were the 3 in the super final, right? And then Minimal Wind. A lot of people, there was a lot of love for that song. I think more outside of Estonia, certainly. Just saw the super final result. Tommy Cash absolutely nailed it. It wasn't even close. 41,000. And then Sugar. Like, you can't even say that the result lacks legitimacy. It won the international jury. It won the televote to get into the super final. And when it was the super final top 3, full steam ahead, Estonia's like, we want Tommy Cash. Right, interesting. So I think the best thing to do is check out some of these songs because, yeah, particularly these 2 here, Andrei and An-Marlen, they weren't in my... Well, An-Marlen wasn't in my top 10. Andrei and Karita was. But I've got some personal favourites here that I want to check how they got on Saturday night. Okay. In no particular order, my favourite. Can't see him. Odd. Lighting seems very strange. Would like to see his face. Tomorrow never comes. Where's he gone? He's disappeared. Never comes. So there he is. Yeah, that vocal. Solid. I'm not necessarily convinced with these camera angles and lighting. He's in the dark a lot. So now we're going to find out why the prop is there. Dear with me, tomorrow never comes. Love this song. Love the fact that he was 3rd in the televote first time round. What were the international jury thinking? Boo to the international jury. Right, so we can now see him. Okay, that's effective. Tomorrow never comes. It's such a radio-friendly song. This would have been a good choice for Estonia. I know I'm biased, it was my favourite. I mean, we would hope if he went to Eurovision we'd be able to see him throughout the whole performance. Ah, okay. He gives us something at the end that's slightly interesting. Slightly interesting? It was interesting. Enjoyed the prop moment at the end. Particularly enjoyed the camera angle in regards to the walking on the stairs. Yeah. Staging-wise, was much better near the end, but there was a lot of that I didn't see him. Don't really understand the relevance of the backing dancer, well, the ballerina, shall we say, but vocally on point, and that song is just as good as when I listened to it. As I said, I kind of assumed it was Tommy Cash the whole way, so I was preparing myself to lose a lot of these anyway, my personal favourites, but yeah. Okay, let's check out Elysa. Just like Ant, I freaking love this song. Ant, Elysa, Janek, Tommy Cash. Before I've watched these. Strong start vocally. I love this song. There are some gems in Eesti Laul this year for my tastes. The bottom of the bottle. I just think this is such a good song. Okay, I'm a little upset that I've lost this and Ant now. Well, I've not lost them. I'll still listen to them. Oh, I've commented on this. See, I commented on this and someone in the comments basically said they quite liked it. Teo in Poland. I like escapism, particularly with this song, because the lyrics of this song, there is a kind of somewhat of a narrative, a story behind this song. And so I want to be absorbed into the performance. So when I'm seeing her walk along the catwalk with lots of people with their phones, it does take me out slightly. I just wanted something really intimate. But I'm really impressed with her vocals. Am I surprised with that? No, not necessarily. I guess at Eesti Laul, Elysa does deliver solid vocals. But this is a difficult song to deliver live. So she's certainly meeting my expectations in that regard. It's goodbyes. Okay. Hold my breath. Am I? Okay. A little disconnect between what she's decided to go for visually and what I feel the song means to me. Like, she looks stunning, flawless, and the song's quite raw in regards to the lyrics. It's raw. The meaning of the song has edges, but she's gone up there like a Greek goddess. Not sure. In a bed. Yeah, she's gone for a more kind of polished, flawless, porcelain performance. Listen, it's Elysa, right? I don't know what I was expecting. Why I'm the less to know. What's with the butterfly, Elysa? There's no place for the butterfly in this song. Okay, all right. Listen, Ant, the dupe was dark for a very long time in that performance. Elysa, the butterfly just epitomizes kind of my somewhat disconnect in regards to. She's pop, right? She's a pop princess. What she's delivered in the past is pop. In regards to Eesti Laul, I don't know what I was expecting. I guess I wasn't really expecting her to be on the floor with, makeup, kind of like the morning after. It's like a morning after song, and she's not that. She's a Greek goddess. Okay, listen, love that song. Still love Elysa. People in Estonia were trying to warn me, trying to kind of dampen my expectations on that song, being like, she's a celebrity here, but when it comes to Eesti Laul and Eurovision, not sure whether we potentially take her seriously. And so I was like, okay. Okay. Right, okay. Okay, Janek. So I want to see you, and I want the staging to match the song. I can't see you yet. Still can't see you. Is that a thing at Eesti Laul this year? Luckily I know what you look like due to your Eesti Laul legacy. There we go. Such a good live vocalist. It's like honey. So smooth. Okay, so he's gone for a Eric Saar, the popular box thing. And this is a nod to his music video as well, the general feeling thus far. I lost everything in me. I really like this song. As I said, Ant, Elysa, Janek, Tommy Cash. Now, Eric Saar got out of the box at some point. Is he just going to stay in the box? Me is frozen. Oh. Okay, maybe Ant, Elysa, Janek, Tommy Cash. That is very effective. Stay in the box for that. Okay, so he doesn't come out of the box. Shame. That was a really effective visual, though. Blood out of me. Do you know if it just feels a bit static? Maybe just me. Frozen. His voice is like honey. It's like treacle. Okay, maybe I'm a bit too critical with the box because, yeah, after seeing that live, I like. I really like. It's a really good song. I did think potentially it wasn't right for Eurovision, like for Estonia to compete with it. And so, moreover, with him staying in the box, definitely confirmed that. But that voice. Another strong showing for Janek. Fingers crossed, hopefully, probably, we'll see him again. But a good showing for Janek. Really like the song. Okay, so now we have our third place. So like I said when I did my top 10, I just didn't really connect with it. The people in the comments certainly made me feel that that was a mistake. She clearly has a following in Estonia, because those comments were coming from people inside Estonia. Okay, maybe on second listen, my first impression is outdated and potentially slightly wrong. This is hitting much more live. Finally, a song that's actually elevated live, but maybe it's because it just necessarily wasn't on my radar, so I had no expectations. It's all kind of coming together a little bit now. I'm getting it more now. It's just this beat is just not really for me, but I'm almost forgiving it a little bit now I'm watching it. I think, and it's not even close, I think this is the best staging I've seen so far. At the end of the day, she's not in a box, so she's able to move around. I'm able to see her and like ants. And the staging fits with the song more than Elysa, so I guess top 3 in that regard is warranted. Oh, gee, that's not a great camera angle. I have some issues with it. Where has she gone? I've got some serious issues with the camera angles at Eesti Laul. This song is much better than I remember it being. Much better than I remember it being. Okay, that was elevated tenfold watching that live. It made much more sense to me than necessarily the music video. And actually, there's still the music video there. I don't necessarily feel the music video really fitted with the feel of that song anyway, so that it didn't really help me. But the staging certainly then fit with the song. I quite liked that. I'm quite tempted to add that to my national final playlist now. Wasn't expecting that. Even as I started playing, I was like, oh, you didn't really like this song, Shane. What are you going to say? But no, that's massively elevated. Okay. Yes. Objectively, that deserves to be in top 3. Okay. Second place. So this was a song, it's not really my thing, but I did say, I think, quite a few times that I could see its potential in Eurovision. And automatically, visually, I'm more interested than any of the other ones I've seen so far. Yeah, this is far more creative with camera angles, certainly. I don't remember this being as shouty, though. I think the studio version, his voice is softened a little bit more. Enjoying the energy, though. Okay, I think we may have a new winner for my favourite performance. I think this is my favourite performance so far. These zoom-ins to him, I feel, is like a nod to Lost in Verona, which breaks my heart. I have PTSD from that not qualifying. This is certainly not that. Yeah, I don't remember it as sounding as shouty. But listen, energy I'm appreciating. Visuals I'm appreciating. Camera angles, so much better than a lot of the other ones I've seen. This feels like the best or fullest package that I've seen so far. I could see a path for this at Eurovision, not to win. Okay, really, really appreciate that one. I'm kind of now coming around to understanding why the top 3 were the top 3. Because, well, Tommy Cash I've not seen. But certainly the last 2 that I've seen in regards to the package, the full thing. Song, vocals. Yeah, I will repeat the phrase package again, because that's what we're looking for when we're thinking about Eurovision and sending a song/package to Eurovision. Okay, all right. But nonetheless, it's Tommy Cash. Like everyone, and then Tommy Cash in some sort of rocket light years ahead of everyone else. So let's check this song out. Okay. The time has come. How is he going to stage this? Sounds like the audience is already prepared to give him the victory already. It's only started. Dude's got moves. Dude can move his legs like spaghetti. Not sure what to say. It's really kitschy. It's really cheesy. Like, Karia's performance was cheesy but somewhat tasteful. It knew it was cheesy, but it didn't alienate. If you're not known to everyone else, you can't expect everyone is in on the joke. I think this is the winner's performance based on what I'm seeing. Is it the winner's performance that I'm watching? Yes, it's the winner's performance. Okay. Irrespective of the fact that I'm watching the winner's performance, I'm getting a rough idea of the decisions in regards to what was decided to stage that. Oh, Karia's there. Seems to be very proud of it. I think the comparison to Karia is fair because everyone was making the comparison from the very beginning. These two are known to each other. The songwriter, or one of the songwriters of this, is connected to that song. Karia's staging, Karia's ideas were creative, and I'm saying that in regards to more creative than in regards to what I saw there. It was cheesy, do not get me wrong. I don't know whether it makes sense in the sense of saying it was cheesy but it wasn't enough to alienate people. People weren't calling it kitschy, people weren't calling it joke entry. People got it. The whole thing came together in a way where multiple demographics kind of sat up and got it. Where I'm sat here, someone who ranked the song somewhat highly, because what isn't a lie here, it is a catchy song, but I'm sat here being like, I want to be a fly in that room when someone said, what we're going to do, what we're going to do is we're just going to rely on some really, really interesting choreography with bouncers. And evidently Tommy Cash was like, yeah, let's do that. I think, okay, for me, the song itself, fine. The song itself, fine. Like, there seemed to be enough love for this song before the national final that there's people out there that seem to be rooting for it. Enough to suggest that people will pick up the phone for it. I really don't get why that was number one in the juries. Televote, fine, whatever. But really? That was number one in the juries. What were they using? What was their criteria? Because, yeah, the idea itself, you couldn't say it was creative. Like, some people really like the song and the play on words and all that stuff, but then that didn't really play out in regards to the performance. It wasn't really creative. There wasn't anything clever. There wasn't anything where I was like, the whole time I was sitting here a little bit cringing. But I think what I still need to make clear is the song itself still has potential. I really don't think Eurovision winner, unless they really, really go back to the drawing board with that staging. Because, yeah, that package, it's a bold statement to say. I don't even know if that would necessarily get out of a semi-final. I think people were just going to, the casual viewers, just going to just watch it and just think joke. And like I said, weirdly enough, Karia didn't have that effect. People were like, it's Eurovision, but we're gripped. Yeah, that's not that. So maybe Tommy Cash needs to get in touch with Karia's stage producer, probably. Because, yeah, that idea is not it. That idea is not it. But Estonia have chosen, like, in spade loads. Like, it wasn't even close. That national finals, one of the most one-sided national finals that I even am aware of, come to think of it. Okay, interesting. Cool. I guess I'll leave it there. So those are my thoughts. But more importantly, what are your thoughts? Please do let me know in the comments below. Please do click the notification button so you're informed if and when I post videos. And yeah, until next time, stay safe.